Well, speaking of winning, speaking of bringing home the gold, we're gonna bring home the diamond. Cardi B as a certified diamond, a diamond artist, first female artist to go diamond, and that's not really surprising, honestly, because the first female rapper to go gold, who was it? It was somebody that was kind of.
Nikki?
It was like no, it was like the Brat or something like that, like somebody
Oh,
who, yeah, it was
damn.
something that you wouldn't suspect.
The
Like
brat.
yeah, like the Brat or something like that. She was like the first female artist to go gold. Um, but
Female artist.
man, female artist on gold. I
Lil
mentioned
Kim?
it.
Had to be Lil Kim.
I'm gonna look it up right now. I think it's somebody like the
Yeah.
Brat though. It's somebody you
Okay.
didn't really expect.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna get you going because you were saying before the show you're not really feeling today's hip hop. You're not really feeling Cardi B, not really supportive of music. And I'm like, young Cardi's out here doing her thing, man. She's out here making music, and honestly, she's out here making slappers too, bro. Like she ain't making punk music, man. She out there remixing bangers. It's just creating bangers out here, man. Like whoever's doing her production, picking her beats for, they doing a fire job, man. So what's your problem with young Cardi?
I if I was in the club, man, is definitely like you said, it's a slapper. It's good to dance to. It's good to vibe to. Is I like it. I'm not gonna ride it with it in my car. That's just not me. But it's I'm in the club. I listen to it. You know, I'll dance to it if I see a girl I want to dance with. But as far as just the lyrics, the content, the 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 marketing behind that, and the targeting behind that, I don't like, because I think that with no, like for instance, our race, only our black women are the ones that are putting out music like that. What other race do you know that's a woman is putting out something similar to what Cardi puts out, or what Megan Thee Stallion puts out, even what Little Kim put out back in the day? Nobody's on that level, and I just hate that. If you want to go to nasty, disgusting music that you should only, I think, listen to in the club, it's only black women that they're allowing to put that out. They don't allow white women to do it. They don't allow Indian women, Japanese women to do it. Just us. Why we got to be in the gutters all the time?
I mean, is it
I,
the type of music? Is it just hip hop, rap music, that just style of music? Because I mean, male artists, they've been making the same type of songs for a long time.
well, hip
I,
hop
kn-
used
I
to mean something though, man. It used to mean something, but then it gravitated towards how much you could flex, how much money you could show, and then it gravitated towards how many people you could kill, how many guns you could shoot, how much prison time you had, and it just get worse and worse. And with the women first they did kind of the lighthearted rap, and they tried to be on somebody else's feature, but now I mean, I'm with it as far as the Cardi B story. Like, I like that she came from nothing and she made it, and she's top 1%, whatever her income level is. That's a great story. But it is kind of like selling crack to kids, though. You're making a lot of money. You probably getting yourself out of the hood, but you're selling crack to kids. I mean, it is what it is.
gotta get paid. Well, hey, that's the way it
Tupac.
is. Jan, how you
Yeah.
feel about it, man? Cardi B, first female artist to go diamond.
I
Uh,
mean,
you know,
I'm
how
gonna
you,
say, first, congratulations to Cardi B. I mean, that's a huge accomplishment. It's obviously not easy to do, seeing that she's the first one to do it. And I mean, music has been out and it's been a big deal for a long time. Man, I think it shows that she was more than just a pretty face or a nice body. It had to show that she also had some skill, as well as she had, she did a very good job marketing herself and becoming not just a musician, but an influencer. Because like when I look at her story, like one of the things that was interesting, they say she was working at a deli, and her deli manager basically fired her and told her, you need to go work at the strip club. And she did. She went and worked at the strip club, but she also went back to school when she went back, worked at the strip club. Got famous, got on the Vine, got on all of that stuff, got famous on Love and Hip Hop, stood out from the crowd, got her lyrics up, and the rest is history. I mean, I understand it's not the type of music, that you're gonna want your kids to listen to or be a role model, but I don't think it's fair to knock her for doing what she's doing just because she's not a role model. Everybody's going to be different. Every story's different. Everybody comes from different backgrounds. And I think she made the most of her life. And I just, for me, I just have nothing but congratulations and kudos for for doing her thing and doing it in a legal way and in a business way. Now, hopefully, she take her money and she do continue to do some of the positive things that that she speak about. That's outside of her music, but hopefully she continues to do that. But I can't knock it for her, man. I'm not on Earl the GOAT side when it comes to, I guess, bashing her for damaging all the Black culture.
I mean, you do feel like you a little heavy on Cardi B, man. Is it
It's, to me, it's the same.
It's just
like,
the message, man. Like Megan Thee
it's the
Stallion, you
message.
feel the same way. You feel
Same with Megan. Same. I mean, look, they gave Halle Berry the Oscar after she got fucked by some white dude. That all these beautiful, talented Black women actors that came way before Halle Berry and still after Halle Berry, they gave her the Oscar for playing that role. So Cardi B is getting diamond. This is her Oscar for playing the same role of being the prostitute woman who came rapping about the stuff that she does or wants to do or whatever she's glorifying, nasty stuff, and they're giving her Oscar for saying this all this bullshit. Because I mean, look, she's not even that talented of a rapper, if you ask me. Like, you have so many lyricists. I mean, women rappers who could rap. They probably didn't have the sex appeal, or they didn't put it all out there like Cardi is, but they could rap way better than Cardi could rap.
Is that Cardi's fault?
It kind of is. I mean, she would.
I mean, it kind of sound like you okay with it as long as it's not mainstream. So she could do it as long as she don't get the accolades for it.
But what about this though? Like, we knocking Cardi or whoever. To me, the issue is not it is not what they're doing. It's the fact that we should be creating our own leagues, our own shows, our own awards. We sit back and they fight to try to get these Oscars. But we shouldn't even care about the Oscars. We should care about our own awards and creating our own thing. That way we could push our own narrative instead of always trying to fit in, because they never gonna let us fit in, to their side. Obviously,
that's a good point, because I think if we did have our own stuff, we wouldn't have a Cardi B, we wouldn't have a Lil Kim, because that shit don't exist in their white people's world. They don't have anybody on that level like we do in ours. But we're trying to appease to them, trying to get to that recognition status. So we got to sell ourselves to get there.
Man, look.
I mean, I feel like you're giving white people a little bit too much credit, man. White people got their own. They got Courtney Coxes and Courtney Loves, and they got wild white girls.
That's
Lindsay Lohan's.
They're still in on the Mega B and WAP level. The Cardi B's. Like, look, I'm just criticizing her lyrics and her product, but as far as her story, and look, and tell you the truth, if I was in her position and I had to do that to get out of the position that I was in and where she started from, like, I saw her story, like I would have did the same thing. But I'm just thinking, why is that always the path for women like her to move up? Why is that the only? I mean, why is that road even open to take, that lane to even open for women to just get the fake breasts, the fake boobs, be a stripper, glorify it? I don't know, man.
I mean, I look at, well, what are you going to do with your platform when you get it? And to me, that's going to be the biggest story. Yeah. And she did what she had to do. And she didn't have I think she didn't have a dad in her life. They was already poor, growing up struggling. She did the best what she could, and she made it big. For me, it's just hard to knock somebody that has done it and was able to do it at such a high level, and they used the best of what they had. Now, as she continues learning and becoming educated and becoming more of an influencer, I would like to see her reach back to some of the kids that was in her situation and help them, from not getting abused and finding other ways. But she can do it because of her level of success. I don't know. I'm just, like I said, I'm just not a fan of bashing her. I think that her story is incredible, and I'm happy that she made it, and I want to continue to see her thrive and make good music that I could bounce to in the club.
That's I'm saying, she's trapped in that lane now. Like, Cardi B cannot deviate from WAP and cannot deviate from up and all the other stuff that she's put out.
She can help others that's not in that lane. Cause like, man, we talked about in one of the other episodes how you got a lot of times you got a lot of funders that be in the background that can help, that can help in a big way. She has the ability.
She's destroying a lot of other, like we just talked about these 16, 17-year-olds with the levels, the mental, they're not really there yet. They're going to follow. I think that's how Cardi B's like, that's how I need to aspire to. Just like, I can't think of her name now, but the girl who did the sex tape.
But I don't.
I think that's one lane, man. Yeah, that's one lane, man. I think that's why it's good. I think Kamala Harris is, the vice president. There's other Black women to look at in higher roles, So it doesn't just have to be. I could be Cardi B, I could be, whatever, Megan Thee Stallion.
I mean, all these Black history facts you pulling out on all these other women also.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we try to make it seem like it's only Black people that's doing crazy stuff. Like,
no, it's not.
There's probably more white strip clubs.
Oh, most definitely.
Than there are Black strip clubs.
No, nobody's clean here. I'm just saying that it's just the fact that they give us the microphone, like the fact that they put our stuff on the airwaves. Look at in the movies, like you have for the longest, Black women were the whores in the movie. They were the ones getting slapped around, getting fucked by white men, getting whatever. They were the ones, and so people see that, and that goes out to just all over the world. That goes out to other countries. I mean, whatever. It's just the image that they put out. The image, even with Black men, that we're all criminals, or we're hustlers, or we're pimps, or we're the guys selling drugs, or we're in jail. That's all the image that's being put out. I mean, you look at the news, they just see us, like J. Cole say that, the only thing we see on the news is us being locked in chains. It's the image, man. Cardi B.
I agree. I agree, that the image a lot of times with Hollywood sometimes can be that way. I'm just not putting it on Cardi B, as well as I'm putting it on all of the big time. Like if you think about all of the, the Master P's, the Denzels, like our businessmen, that's why I want them to go and run their businesses in their lanes, and that's why I was upset at Oprah for selling OWN, because she did at least own the network and had an opportunity to start putting more like Cosby Show, how the Cosby Show was out there, putting more positive things out like that. But if we don't run Hollywood and we don't run the show and we keep catering to that, we don't stand a chance. And then we're going to just knock the actors for working, but if that's the jobs that's available, sometimes you got to take what you have, and then work your way up to do what you want to do.
So would you, I guess it's just some people it's for some people it's not for. Like the, this is just a side note, but the guy who played, and Coming to America 2, the
son,
Prince, the son. Before that, he was playing the not like a transvestite, like a RuPaul type role where he was a woman, and I was like, man, it's just the levels that we have to stoop to move up. It's just like, I mean, I don't like it. I don't think no other race has the drop as low as we do to go up in life.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not a fan of certain roles. I'm not a fan of certain roles. It just doesn't appeal to me. But I also don't really know the other side to it. I know there's some movies that there's white people that play women. But I don't know the extent, because I don't really pay too much attention to like the white side of it. I see the Black side more than I see the white side. Same with music. Like I can tell you if country music or something like that has a lot of nonsense or not, because I don't listen to it.
I listen to country music. I like country music. It has, I mean, look, the stories are good in country music. But I wouldn't say that they're somehow less. I mean, they're like white people, Black people, Hispanic, Asians. Everybody's just people. But our dirty laundry is aired out a lot more than anybody else's. I leave torn when I put it on.